Hello guys, welcome to my channel. And in today's video, we both are going to discuss about MA in Media and Cultural Studies from TISS Tata Institute of Social Sciences. For this हमारे साथ आदित्य अग्रवाल हैं और पूरा वीडियो हम लोग अभी कवर करने वाले हैं. क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, all this kind of things we are going to cover in this video. So let's start the video. She will talk about it. So I'll ask Aditi for a basic introduction.
And even the coursework of tests like MA Education, MA Media and Cultural Studies. पता नहीं, I don't know, बहुत ज़्यादा English हो रहा है, नहीं
कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है.
ठीक है.
So Aditi, can you please introduce yourself?
So, hi, I'm Aditi Agarwal. I'm from Media and Cultural Studies, second year right now. I come from West Bengal, Siliguri to be precise. I have been interested in mass communication really much, so I have searched about it thoda bahut, and then I got to know about this and like all of the courses that are here, and this one kind of aligned with my interests, so here I am. I guess that's it, more or less.
Okay, so here you have mentioned that you have done your bachelor's in mass communication.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah, I've done my bachelor's in mass communication.
So my first question will be why you have chosen MA in Media and Cultural Studies, especially TIS?
That's because I had been selected at 3 or 4 places,
Okay.
like universities that I had applied for, and out of that, I think my interest aligned the max with this. Also, the fact that it's in Mumbai, so you see there are two things working out for you. One is this; it's also a big name. It's going to help you out afterwards as well. And the place, as in Mumbai itself, it's filled with exposures and opportunities. So even if not from here exactly, I might get something from there as well. And people who want to grab opportunities can grab it from a lot of places. If not, it's fine. And even the coursework of tests like MA Education, MA Media and Cultural Studies. You can just cut this. I'm so sorry. So even the coursework over here, Media and Cultural Studies, the course is designed in a way that I could get exposure to both the sides of the world, like theory as well, practical as well. So I feel, yeah, that's the reason I'm here.
Okay, it's really nice to hear this. So my next question would be that can you tell us about the curriculum in short, by the way,
In short, as in semester wise.
semester wise?
Okay, so first sem is going to be a little more theory based. Even
Okay.
though we do have media studies as well, and we have we also have bits of shooting, but it's not so much of shooting, like not so much of camera work, you would say. It'll be a little bit of studio work, and more or less it will be theoretical. Second sem will be it'll be a good balance between theory as well as practical, because you'll do a lot of shooting. You'll also be doing a lot of writing, so it's like a mix of both. Third sem, since I am in third sem right now, I wouldn't be able to give you like a word to word picture, but what I'm understanding is third sem has a lot of shooting, and it has optional subjects. So if you're more interested in like theory, you can go for that. If you're more interested in shooting, you can choose that. So there is one option that way. But apart from that, also third sem also has a good balance of the both. Fourth sem will be a little more research based, because you have to ultimately submit a dissertation. And like masters, if you have done a masters, everybody would expect you that you, if not like completely expert, you do have a basic fluency in doing research and stuff. So fourth sem is more or less based on that. But apart from that, you have documentaries to make, you have short films to make, up entire media project which is like worth as much as a dissertation. So because of that, you will see that practical knowledge also comes in like बहुत ज़्यादा. So as I was saying पहले ना, theory और practical knowledge दोनों बहुत ही ज़्यादा side to side चलता है.
True.
So that way, this way it has a balance.
Okay, तो अभी मेरे मन में एक सवाल आया है कि अगर किसी को यहाँ पे मीडिया एंड कल्चरल स्टडीज करना है तो व्हाट वुड बी द eligibility criteria? Is it necessary for students like mathematics background and
I understand.
is it necessary that
Like, does it have any specific requirements?
requirement like
No, it's nothing like that. The good part about media and culture studies, whether it be at bachelor's level, whether it be at master's level, I do not know about higher studies, but I'm assuming so it's the same for them as well, that there is no particular background that they need. Because obviously there is some sort of requirement, like in terms of basic knowledge, but that basic knowledge is like, it's so basic that it just comes from mere interest in the subject. So even in my batch right now, and even in my juniors, and even in my seniors, I saw that there are diverse people who are coming like from diverse backgrounds, so to say. that there are people who have done engineering, there are people who have done BTech, there are people like me who have done mass communication even in their bachelor's and now they're continuing. So there are people who have done commerce, who have done BBA, who have done different other art subjects, history and political science, English, all the other subjects, the conventional subjects as well. So that way, one good thing is that you will get a mix in every batch.
Diverse.
Yeah, very diverse.
Diverse
So there is
background.
no fixed eligibility कि मतलब आपको यही करना है फिर आप कर सकते हो. वैसे कुछ नहीं, अगर mere interest है तो because even in this course they teach you from the very basics, like from the scratch. Like some things were even repeated that I've done in my bachelor's, and it was repeated here because they are teaching you from the from the scratch, right? So that way it's like it's very, I don't know, open, very open.
So how much intake of this course?
30 is the seat intake.
Okay.
And like if the first merit list fills it, it's fine. If not, then second merit list will come out and so on. As the seat would be filled, more and more merit list or waiting list or spot admissions would be happening. But ultimately, they will not be exceeding more than 30. 30 is the maximum limit.
Okay. So my next question would be, can you tell us about the internship or any fieldwork exposure you have already done your first semester and second semester
Okay.
as well? So I think you have some basic idea about this internships and fieldwork. So how it will help to develop a cultural and media ideas.
Okay, so what happens is, as for internship, you have different fields in which you can do internship. You can do internship in production houses if you want. You can do it in journalistic firms, Indian Express or Wire or some sorts of that. You can do it in other NGOs. You can do it in corporates. So you can do it in like whatever your interest field is in, basically anything
Okay.
that could be. So you can do it anywhere.
Okay.
And talking about the mandatory internship period between the first year and the second year, the gap that you have, that is meant for doing the fieldwork for your dissertation as well as your internship. So there is a 6 week mandatory internship period. You can do more than that, of course. You can do
So,
2 months
is it
internship as
credited?
well. It's credited. It's
Okay.
mandatory. So it's a 6 week internship period that is mandatory, and you have to do it for the credit sake. You have to. But apart from that, you can obviously extend it if you want. आपको 2 महीने की करनी है, आप 2 महीने कर लो. लेकिन आपको 6 weeks करनी ही पड़ेगी. That's one thing.
Okay.
Apart from that, first sem और second sem के बीच वाला break है, and third and fourth के बीच वाला break है. If you want, you can also do internships over there. But then that's not mandatory. That's just if you want to do it, you do it. If you get time to do it is also the factor because you have too many other things to juggle as well. And especially third and fourth के बीच में you'll also be juggling with your dissertation. And you have a lot to do there as well. So once you come in, you will realize that it's not like that free. You have a lot of things to do. You have shooting, you have editing, you have something to write, you have assignments. If nothing else, even this campus has a lot to offer otherwise as well, not just the course. Even TIS as a campus. So you might not be that free. But yeah, if you are not, if you want to do internships, you can do it. You'll get time for that.
Okay, so what are the basic skills and required skills you will learn in this course? And any tools that
Da Vinci. Very
you want to
importantly.
suggest?
Very importantly, Da Vinci you learn over here.
Is this tool taught by the
By the faculty. Yeah,
faculties and professors?
So basically, they'll be providing you with equipments also, with software also. So DaVinci is the software we're using right now, and it is a professional grade software, honestly. So it is, and it's not that difficult to learn, like because the faculty is really nice. They teach you very nicely. So one good thing is that, and yeah, apart from the software, apart from this, you learn other research-based softwares as well that we are being introduced to right now. Like you won't be doing a lot of that in the first and second sem, mostly in the third and fourth. But yeah,
What
first
are
and
the
second.
softwares?
No, you'll be learning in the third and fourth sem.
Okay.
It'll be like Tactic and other softwares, which will be helping you to curate like your bibliography or sources that you're working on. Like right now, also, I'm just trying to understand what softwares will be helpful for my dissertation.
Okay.
And if that goes on well with the department, they're going to help me out how to reach it, how to learn it, how to access it, everything. So that way, but it's not fixed. It'll be
Okay.
different for your different requirements. For video editing, it is fixed more or less. It is DaVinci, and even other softwares I think they have.
So Adobe
but-
Premiere Pro they will
no,
teach.
no, Adobe they won't be using because Adobe is like even in the industry field. I feel it's DaVinci is more used than Adobe. Also,
Okay.
if you know DaVinci, Adobe is like pretty similar because I have done Premiere Pro in my
Okay.
bachelor's, so I know Premiere Pro how it works. And now that I'm doing DaVinci, I see it's more or less similar,
Similar.
very similar. So if you know one, you can do the other. Like obviously, icons will look different, but the work is the same. So you can get hands on with that as well. And since they give you maps, it's easier to work on that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
And,
so my next question is there any project regarding documentary and podcast,
Yeah, there is,
broadcasting.
there's
So,
like semester based projects होते हैं.
okay.
For example, first sem में you'll be having more like short projects. You'll be shooting very like little things. As I said पहले भी shooting work ज़्यादा नहीं है. At least camera work तो ज़्यादा नहीं है first sem में. Second sem में you'll be entering into a little bit of no, second sem में there's a lot of shooting, proper shooting. So there you'll be doing short projects also. You'll be doing audio work also. You'll be doing like different exercises based on what faculty gives you, obviously. But you'll be doing different formats, different types of things. Third sem में, अच्छा, also second sem you'll be doing a short documentary.
Okay.
Third sem में you'll be doing short films, documentaries, and even in second sem you might end up doing a short film. Like, I'm telling you, it depends. The syllabus keeps on changing, but ultimately you will be doing short films, documentaries, podcasts. In third sem we're going to do a podcast. We're going to do a series podcast as well, single pilot podcast as well. You'll be doing what else? Media project, as I said. Fourth sem again there is a media project, and media project is going to be like, it could be a documentary, it could be something else also, depends on the mandate of that particular semester. But yeah, it's going to be a media project. It's going to be like equal to the dissertation. It's a big thing over here. And yeah, I guess that's what it covers, everything more or less. Every semester you do something or the other, and like short film or documentary तो आपको बार बार बनानी है, तो वो आपका like brush up होता रहेगा.
true. So now tell me about the career and uh, future of this course. That if someone want to pursue this course, then what are the career options? If is there any options like filmmaking or something?
Yeah. See, it depends. Since you're asking about the career options, it depends on where you are, like where your interest is located at.
True.
If somebody's interested in corporate, they'll naturally end up in corporate. And our seniors have been placed in corporates
Okay.
also, like pretty big corporates also. And there are some who are working in production houses as well. Some who are working in big production houses, some who are working in like comparatively smaller houses, but like diverse production houses. Like in Bombay, some are based, like some are indigenous ones, houses based at different locations. Mostly are in Bombay only, and some are working in NGOs. One has recently just bagged a freelancing project at a big firm in West Bengal, and like she's working with some pretty big names.
Okay.
And it's glad because like she's our alumni. We also have some like nice alumni. KK Creates,
KK Creates.
Kavya
True.
Karnataka, yeah, she's our alumni only. So like some people, if they like, they might end up opening a YouTube channel like you. So giving other people information, that's nice. So it depends on your like interest. Yeah, where you
True.
want to work at, and you end up doing that. Some people have become independent filmmakers also, but
So-
I don't know how far and like where are they exactly at right now. But many have, like many people actually have ended up giving their films in film festivals also.
Okay.
So that's something big.
True. Very nice. So, in your course, it is written that media and culture. Then how it is aligned with the culture, and what are the types of culture? And I don't know about the whole course, so it is written there culture. So how it is aligned with the culture?
Okay, so basically, I'll tell you. Like, this has all the interdisciplinary subjects, okay? It doesn't have conventional subjects. You'll not find English, political science, history over here. And it's all very interdisciplinary. So, like, media and cultural studies. These are two very different fields, but, like, not so different also. You can obviously mix them, that's why they have. But these are two disciplines, and you are putting them together, so it's interdisciplinary. Even other courses and tests, they're all interdisciplinary
True,
somehow.
true.
Like livelihood and social entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
So these are two different things you're mixing. So every discipline here is actually interrelated, I
Interrelated.
would say, interrelated somehow of two different disciplines. So even in media and cultural studies, media is supposed to be theoretical as well as practical. Cultural, I feel, is more practical.
Okay.
More theoretical.
Okay.
Practical could only be when you're doing research work, you're going on the field, doing field work. That could be the practical part of it. But more or less, cultural is more theoretical. Media is more more practical, but has some parts of theory as well. So when you put them together, it actually blends in well, because you get to do theory also, you get to do practical also. And even for making a film, you have to sit and research, right? And that research is being taught to you by the cultural studies part. And when you understand culture well, that's when you can document it well.
Okay.
And when you can document it well, naturally you end up, whether you write it down or whether you shoot it, whatever, there are different ways of documenting stuff, right? But for that you have to understand with what lens you should document it.
True.
And that lens, like that clarity and
Right.
that lens, that perspective, that comes from reading more, learning more, understanding more. So that is, I think, that is being contributed by the cultural studies part. And again, see, not everybody will end up liking the cultural studies part also. If you like reading, if you like the theory part, you will like it. If you have interest in research, you will like it. If not, you might find it a little boring at first or maybe a little difficult at first. But with time, you'll be easing it into it. That's for sure. And anyway, it's like cultural studies one is semester one, cultural studies two is semester two. After that, you won't have to like deal with cultural studies. But it's a good thing when it's put together. No, it's fun.
Okay, so interesting question it is.
Yeah.
So which I am going to ask you that
Yeah.
what would be the basic salary or expected salary if you will complete or if someone will complete this course? Like
Okay, so I'll tell you. When it's about other courses, no, for other courses, it's like you do the course, you apply for the job, you get it, and there's this bar.
Okay.
So there is an expected salary range. For us, it is very different.
How?
Because it's media and cultural studies.
Okay,
So
okay.
for media, it's not like you go to a firm, you apply, and you get the job.
Hmm.
As I told you earlier as well,
Okay.
some are working as freelancers, some are literally filmmakers. So filmmakers, you have to go find investors, invest in the film, like get the thing done. Then it's revenue based. It's not even anymore. You're not even you're not doing a job that you expect a salary.
Okay.
Understanding?
True.
Those who work in corporates, which I'm telling you are very rare, because like in our what I've understood is in my batch, very few people actually end up working in corporates. Most of them work outside, as whether they are doing higher studies, they are working in NGOs, whether they are working as filmmakers or in big production houses or in small production houses. But like understanding the pay scale actually varies a lot, or like hugely. So you can't like put a bracket there. Even if I try to, I can't. Maybe I can try. Um, I don't know. I'll be capping it at around 8 9 that way. But again, wouldn't do justice. Even if I say 8 9, it wouldn't do justice, because some people are earning way more than that. Some people are earning less than that
Less
because
than
they
that.
are working in a way that in future they'll be getting more. So
True.
right now they're getting lesser,
True.
but they're doing the work they like. Like for example, if I get to do filmmaking, which I'm interested in, I wouldn't honestly care initially about the money. I would like to learn more, and once in like maybe down the line 3 4 years, if I'm finally getting to work at some big place, getting some big shot done, and like getting some big amount of money, why not? So that way, it's a little difficult, and I'm sorry for that. It's a little difficult to put a cap at the expected salary range, but you can expect a decent amount, I can say. But yeah, obviously, there's no guarantee. Again, that's just putting it out there. There is no guarantee that you come here, you'll get a placement. It's just somehow you end up getting one because of the TIS, or because of the name, I would say, because of Mumbai, or because of other connections that you build over here. Somehow it works out, but it is not a guaranteed like placement institution. There is no as card we are holding, so that's true.
Okay, so like it's not a course related question.
Okay.
That how is peer learning at this peer learning, and I think you are much more experienced than me for peer learnings.
Why do you say that?
Because you have more experience, you have more networking.
Okay. Yeah, just you were making me sound so corporate and so like I don't know.
You are. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah, I know, I understand.
because peer
Peer
learning
learning,
is
yeah.
very important.
That's
think
true.
so.
That's true. No, I mean, see, when I don't get the confidence to like talk to people, I look at Harsh and I learn.
Oh.
If he can make videos and help so many people, like decide on their course and like reach out to them, give them information. So I look at you and I learn, right? So that is peer learning. So basically, I wouldn't say networking, guys. I don't network as such. It's just I talk to a lot of people. It's fun. I mean, I am a communication student. What else am I supposed to do? So it's just when you talk to different people, somehow you end up learning. Yeah, you like even if you don't want to, like I mean, not want to in the sense you're not intended to, like doing that. You're just talking to them. You will learn out something.
True.
And maybe if not like in a professional setting, sometimes it's co-curricular settings or like informal settings that you actually end up learning things. You talk, and the good thing is because everybody comes from such diverse backgrounds that if 5 people are sitting, most probably 5 of them have 5 different experiences to put to the table. So that way you get to learn about perspectives. I was talking to you earlier about cultural studies. This is where it helps because for example, somebody who comes from a particular region and I come from a different region, we'll have different perspectives. Somebody who comes
True.
from a different economic background, higher, lower, doesn't matter. What I'm saying is different backgrounds. So then they will be adding something else to the table. Different cultures, as in communities, different all sorts of different resources that they have had access to. For example, you know how to edit videos better. You can help another friend doing so, and that person might be helping you out in something that you like. So that's always there.
You mean to say that uh, if I am here, that
Yeah.
I will get some diverse tradition,
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
know about the diverse
Yeah,
culture,
yeah.
diverse
Only if you're
food.
open to again. See, if
Right.
you say I'm an introvert and I sit in the corner, which is completely fine as well. But see, introvert is not a personality trait. People think it's a personality type. It's not. It's just if you want to or if you don't want. If you think I don't have the confidence and I'll sit at the side and I'll not talk, that is fine as well. But you'll just stay where you are. Whereas if you say that, okay, I think I'm an introvert, but I still want to try to talk, you come out, you try to talk. First few days will be difficult because you might not know what to say, how to steer the conversation. But in 2, 3 days' time, you will somehow start finding words. In a month's time, you will find yourself a changed person, and then there is no coaching who has helped you. Honestly, it's just you who tried. So anyway, I'm not giving a public speaking lesson over here. What I'm talking about is just the fact that if you want to experience peer learning, there's a lot of scope here because there is so much of diverse suggestions and perspectives flowing in. But if you are not interested in that, that is fine as well. It's very much avoidable also. So it's completely your choice, I would
Okay.
say.
This is for today, and the last question. Any feedback for this video, for this interview? Anything which you want to say?
तुम थोड़ा हिंदी भी बोल सकते थे
हाँ तो
नहीं
ठीक है।
controversial हो जाएगा नहीं I'm just kidding no I don't have any feedback man you're doing great he's
anything
helping
which
so many
I want to
students
improve
you want to improve
English.
your English is fine अच्छी खासी English है भाई की कुछ भी no यार ठीक है तू थोड़ा हिंदी में ऐड कर ले या कुछ अपना पता नहीं I don't know बहुत ज़्यादा इंग्लिश हो रहा है नहीं
कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है.
ठीक है अरे क्या क्या फीडबैक दो भाई अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं कितना अच्छा so many students are getting help from this and I don't know what
Okay,
It's nice.
thank you so much Aditi for this video. आपने इतना टाइम निकाला मेरे लिए वीडियो के लिए, तो ठीक है.
Time निकाला.
एंड इफ़ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो प्लीज़ डू लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. और ठीक है, अगर मीडिया एंड कल्चर करना चाहते हो और कुछ डाउट पूछना चाहते हो, जस्ट कमेंट बिलो.
Yeah.
I'll try to answer it out. And if you want to connect with Aditi, then also if you just have to comment below. Okay, this is it for today.
Yeah.
See you.